Your great life is in front of you. It's not behind you. What you did back there ain't got nothing to do with what God got for you. What you did back there was learn the lessons to get you to where you are at this particular moment right here. But what God got for you, do you know, man, that you can actually mess your life completely up? You can jack it all the way up and you can turn around and get it right. Do you understand that? Do you understand that you could have had a baby out of wedlock and still be all right? Do you know that you can be divorced multiple times and still be okay? Do you understand that you cannot have a degree and still be just fine? You want to know how I know? Because I'm telling you what I know. I lost everything twice. I don't know if you've ever lost everything before, but I've been bottomed out twice. I done seen rock bottom 2 times. I've been through some walls up in here, man. I'm just trying to tell you, man, God is really with you. You ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to believe me. But keep doing it without God. Let me know how it worked for you. Matter of fact, write a book on how to make it without God. Because I want to read it. I want to read the first page. And then I want to read the last page because there ain't going to be but 2. You can jack your life all the way up. God is in the forgiving business. You can make all the mistakes you want to make or think you shouldn't make. God is in the get it together business. If you got dreams and visions, I got news for you. God is in the make your dream come true business. He did it for me. How he won't do it for you? A lot of y'all better than me. I'm just going to flat out tell you. Most of y'all ain't done what I had to do to get to where I am today. You just ain't had to do this type of dirt. You ain't been homeless, so you ain't got to scrap like me. Most of y'all didn't come, you're not old as me. I've overcome it all because I have a relationship with him. And you can listen to me and tell that I'm not a perfect person. I am not a perfect Christian. I have my flaws. I am a flawed human being. But guess what? You are too. You ain't got it all together. I dare you to say you do. I make a lot of money, man. But guess what? I ain't got it all together. I'm hurting. I'm hurting, man. Everybody tripping through something. Everybody, I don't care who you are, you're going through something. But if you got God, you can make it. I'm just telling you this little piece of information. I don't see most of y'all most of the time. So you're sitting here, you're kind of looking at me a little bit odd. Why Steve talking like this stuff? I'm just trying to put you on game. Because let me tell you, all y'all want to be successful and you want to be happy, but you got to get there. It's a shortcut to getting there. The shortcut to getting there is the relationship with God. If you try it without him, you're going to fail miserably. You're going to sink, man. It's going to be ugly for you. Now, this is what you got to do. Identify your gift and get busy with it. God gave all of you a gift. Identify your gift. It is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your gift. Get busy at that. If it's drawing, if it's teaching, if it's sharing, if it's caregiving, he put that gift inside of you. He didn't hide it under a rock or put it under the mountain or put it on the mountain somewhere. He put the gift in you. And you look at me any kind of way you want to. What I'm just telling you is real. That's how you become successful. Identify your God-given gift, what he gave you at birth. If you do that, God will open up the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that you won't have room enough to receive. I am telling you, if I had just kept my foot on the gas pedal in my 20s, I spent all of my 30s making up for all the mistakes I made in my 20s. I spent all of my 40s being what I could have been in my 30s. That's what I would tell my 20-year-old self, if I could just keep my foot on the gas. Because when you're 20, man, you just think it's all good. Nah, man. Them 20s are some important years. You know, I messed my credit up in the 20s. I did a lot of 20s that I paid for dearly. I could change that. But then again, at the same time, I needed everything in my life to happen in the exact order that it happened in order for me to be who I am today. And that's the thing that you have to remember, that God is processing you. Everything that's happening to you now is just the process. God is going to give you everything you ask for if you keep the faith, but you have to keep the faith. If you keep the faith, you are going to get everything you ask for at an appointed time. But you got to stay faithful so you can get to the appointed time. Most people give up long before the appointed time. You're going to get everything plus some stuff you never even asked for if you keep the faith. That's what you have to do. If you do that, man, I can't even tell you what he'll do for you. Because he took me way past where I thought I wanted to go. I thought when I was Kings of Comedy, I thought that was it. That's all I ever wanted to do, be one of the premier stand-ups in the country. Kings of Comedy hit. We toured for 4 or 5 years, man. Oh, we made money. We were the premier stand-ups on earth. Nobody was bigger than us. I thought that was it. First wrote that book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. How he gonna tell us how to be in a relationship? He been divorced twice. Well, at least I know how to get somebody. You know what you start figuring out? I don't need that no more. See, I got 2 divorces, but they was all for different reasons. You ain't gonna get me twice. You gotta get some new to get me. You know, one thing I had to learn, it's not my job to make another person happy. That's not my job. And if you're trying to make somebody else happy, you done signed up for a miserable ass, no-win job. Because this person should already be happy. You come along to compliment them. What makes me and my wife work is she's a happy person. She do by herself. She don't want to go golfing. Thank you, Jesus. But my wife loves Paris. I don't want to go to Paris every time. But she loves that, and then she goes somewhere with just her girls, because I don't want to go. And give us space. We'll make each other happy. But I learned that from failures. When I first wrote that book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, how he gonna tell us how to be in a relationship? He been divorced twice. Well, at least I know how to get somebody. You sitting up in the house by yourself. I can write a book about relationship because I know how to get somebody. I know how to treat a person. But somebody trying to help you by learning from their failures, trying to share it with you, and you looking at their failures, talking about they can't tell you nothing. But yes, they can. You know what they can tell you? How not to fail. Ain't that what you trying to do? So remember, the failures are part of the process. All you need is one hit. They ain't even gonna write about the failures. They don't even write about my homelessness no more. You know what they write about? All these hit shows. That's what they write about. They not hiring me because I was homeless. They hiring me because I make hits. I ain't had a bunch of hits. I ain't had a bunch of hits. But all I needed was one. All I needed was one. And then they come with another one and another one and another one. I only needed one hit. Once you get one hit, y'all, you have a track record. And people hire you based on that. Keep the faith. Don't lose the faith. Don't ever quit. Because you don't know when God gonna flip. He gonna flip the switch. But if you quit, you ain't there for the flip switching. Success is living your best life with the gift that God gave you. That's success. That's what success is. If you were born to teach and you're teaching, that's success. If you were born to care, that's success. If you were born to be a first responder, to serve and protect, if you were born to serve the military and you in the military, that's success. It ain't money or fame. There's a lot of people got money and fame. That ain't success, man. That's hard anyway. So that's really what I would call success. I'm successful in my own right because I took the gift God gave me and I pounded it, man. I just pounded it. I just did this gift he gave me and I just worked it. Well, I kept the faith the whole time, but the whole time I was believing, I was working. Faith without works is dead. You can believe all you want if you ain't gonna put no effort behind it. So I just pounded the gift. It just so happens I have a gift that I've learned to multiply. And then I put some financial goals to it. And through the grace of God, I got it. I mean, but really, if you look at my life, It's really God's grace, man, because I don't really deserve the life I have. I really don't. I don't work no harder than no other man in here. This is favor. God just showed me favor, man. He gave me a life way bigger than the one I was planning on wasn't this big. I ain't see all this happening. That's why it kills me. People win awards and they go, you know, I always knew I'd be here. Really? I'd be stunned when I watch people on award shows. You know, I always knew I'd be here. I dreamed of this. Really? You dreamed of this? I didn't. I didn't even know this existed. I know nothing about no jets. I was a little boy. Jet. I wanted a bike. You know, people kill me, man, when they get there and they don't say nothing to God about it. That's why your hand don't go back there on your back, because it don't belong back there. You ever tried to pat yourself on the back? It don't go back there because it don't belong back there. And you got people, man, get up on these award shows and they don't mention God. They ain't got nothing to say to God. They go on the other side. I had a fire manager one time. I was on stage thanking God at this award show. When I came on stage, you know, Steve always getting on stage thanking God. He don't never thank the people. I went, whoa, dog, hold up. When you take yourself to put yourself in front of God on the list of things I should be thanking, it's time for me and you to separate. Because I don't know who you think you are. You're not it, bro. You're not the reason. He wouldn't told everybody he was the reason for my success. But you're not. I made him. We'll make another one. I got better idea. Make yourself. Just go make you. If you know how to make a star, make yourself one. It pay good. You ain't even got to go find a client. You can want something that's not for you and you're not gonna get it. You can want something like I love golf, but I can't be a professional golfer. I don't give a shit how hard I want it. I can't play. I can't get the ball to go where I aim it. It just don't go over there. It goes somewhere around there, but it ain't close enough. So, you know, you gotta make sure you're gifted at it first, young people. Identify your gift. Man, all of you are gifted. It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. You gotta identify that. Nothing else matters in your life except your gift. You gotta identify your gift. God gave all of you a gift. I'm not the only gifted person in this room. God never created a soul he didn't give a gift to. Reuben's gift is, Reuben has the ability to make people happy. Now you think, well, how's that a gift? Well, he's the #1 warm-up act in all of Hollywood. He's the warm-up act on more shows than anybody in this business. No one is the warm-up act for more shows than Reuben. No one. He's the absolute best. Because he's non-offensive, he's non-abrasive, and he gives you a good time. He plays music, he gets out here, he makes you do shit. You know, even when you don't want to, put your hands up, put your own hands up, you know, like that. And next thing you know, you're having a good ass time. Well, he's turned that into a living. Feeds his family like that. Because once again, the Bible says your gift will make room for you. It'll spread you out. It'll allow you to do things. That's your gift. There's 2 ways to make money in this world, sales and service. You're going to have to do one of them. People be trying to act like there's another way. It's sales and service. You got to do one of them to make money. You know, I'm not selling nothing and I ain't providing no service. Excuse me, what? Well, you ain't in sales, Steve. I'm in sales and service. I'm in the happy business. I entertain people, but I also provide a service. You know, I work for several companies. Something that's big. You must first make it something that not reaching it is unacceptable. Me not being who God made me to be, me not living my dream was unacceptable for me. Now, when you get faced with a challenge like living in your car for 3 years, what happened was I had a dream that was so big, my dreams were bigger than all my problems. You know what I'm saying? See, if your dreams aren't really big enough and your problems are bigger than your dreams, then your problems will be bigger than your dreams. But if your dreams are so big, I had no problem that I was not willing to endure to get to my dream. Now, the key, you said it though, was step by step. Remember this saying, inch by inch, anything's a cinch. Inch by inch. See, so you got to set incremental goals along the way. On your way to, let's say you want to be a millionaire, but let's say you only make $5,000 a year right now, but you want to be a millionaire. Then you have got to take whatever you did to make $5,000 and duplicate it so you can make 10. But when you make 10, that should be a minor celebration. Then when you make 20, that should be another minor celebration. Don't stay frustrated because you haven't reached the million, because it takes a long time to make $1 million. But let's just say you're making $250,000. There's another celebration you should have. So you have to enjoy the journey because the journey is not going to change. If you wait until you reach your goal to celebrate, it's mentally debilitating. So you have to have monumental steps along the way and just make inch by inch anything's a cinch. Set very doable goals as you're trying to reach the impossible thing. Me being a TV star from where I was an impossible thing, and everybody told me that. Every single body I knew told me, that's impossible. A television star. You go work with your father and your brothers for construction. So when I was in high school, I worked construction with my father. I hated it. I was going to, I'm digging holes and carrying buckets of tar. I don't want to do this. It's good money right here. You must first determine if it is your gift. There's a difference between your passion and your gift. Your passion is something that you enjoy doing. Like, I'm passionate about golf. But it ain't what I do. I suck. It's just not what I do. I'm gifted at words. I'm gifted at that. So before you strike off into script writing, determine your gift. And don't pursue things that you're passionate about. Pursue the thing that you are gifted at. All of you are gifted. Every last one of you, God gave you a gift at birth, all of you. God never created a soul without giving him a gift. All of you have a gift. Your job is to discover the gift. It's very simple. It's the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. That's your God-given gift. Anything else you're doing, you're wasting your time. Listen, you ain't no singer. The you singing for? Now, I don't care how good you sound at the church. Church let everybody sing. They let anybody go up there and say, I was walking by myself with the Lord. Man, why is your ass singing? But they're not gifted. Discover the gift. So you should ask yourself first, is writing the gift? Is writing the gift? Now, the writing may not lead you to screenwriting or movies. It may lead you to books. But the first thing you need to do is writing your gift. If it's your passion, you're wasting your time. Drove 40 minutes home, cried all the way home. This girl I rode with, she said, why you crying? It ain't but $50. You don't even understand. I'm born. She said, what you mean you born? I said, I know what I'm going to do the rest of my life. She said, you ain't winning but $50. I said, no, I've been praying my whole life, God, what is it? My life got to be more than this. I won that comedy competition. I went to work October 9th, the next morning, and quit my job. I'm going to tell you something. That decision cost me everything I had. I lost everything. I lost my family. I lost friends. I lost everything. I became homeless. I lived in a car for 3 years. But I just saw this vision. I just pursued it. I said, wow, that's it. You have to take chances in life. If you don't take chances in life, you'll never have the life God has for you. Life is about risk. If you play it safe in life, you ain't gonna have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It takes courage to pursue your dreams. I just did it. It cost me everything, but eventually, God is very good, man, when he sees you take a leap of faith. He supplies you everything you need. Now, it's gonna cost you something, but most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're gonna have to hurt a little bit. And most people don't like being uncomfortable. If you don't wanna be uncomfortable, please do not pursue success, because success is a very uncomfortable feeling. And I just learned to be comfortable being uncomfortable. If you can get that in your head, this too shall pass. Every moment of everything you've ever gone through, God got you through it. You didn't even realize it. He just got you through it. You can't name one thing he didn't pull you through. Well, I lost my mother. I'm still grieving over that. I lost my mama 21 years ago. I still grieve over it, but I'm here. You know, I got through it. You're gonna get through it. But you gotta take chance in life, man. Can't play it safe, y'all. It's the smartest thing I've learned to do. When a door closes, when they cancel a show, when they tell you your ratings ain't this, if they tell you you're fired, if they tell you they're letting you go, if they tell you they're closing down production, they're closing your company, walk up the hall. Because when the door closes, all that means is God got another door he wants you to go through. Take your ass up the hall. Quit standing at that door, banging on it, hoping it reopen. The plant is closed. They gave you the pink slip. They shut the production down. They canceled your show. They told you you fired. That's it. Stop standing at the door. Walk up the hall. It's some more doors, man. That person that shut the door, them people, that ain't God. Them people don't control you. It's more than one door. You got to realize that. Go up the hallway, man. It's another door. Once I learned, they canceled a show of mine years ago. I said, I ain't got time for that. Well, what are you going to do? I'm going to go see what God wants me to go do. You think because that show got canceled, he just give me something else to do. They told me my talk show was closed 2 years ago. Okay. I'm off TV. Because you know what? I was getting tired. I work so much, man. I got a lot of shows. I was getting tired. God said, I'll fix that for you. I'm going to take the 34 weeks, turn it into 2. I'm going to give you the same money. Now, people that don't know, oh, he lost his show. Oh, okay. I count money, I don't count ratings. If you're getting the same check, what's the difference? This one young ass boy was interviewing me, man. Yeah, Mr. Harvey, I think you need to focus on getting your zeros back up. I said, little boy, I'm not studying them zeros. I'm putting commas on my check. The way to find purpose is you must identify what it is that you have to be purposeful in. Right, when you are struggling with what to do, who you are, what's your next move, you are in an identity crisis. You are struggling with just who you are. See, you have not discovered who you are. You have to discover who you are in order to move you forward. If no one ever gave you the directions, let me ask you something. When you get up in the morning, you go get in the car or you walk out your door, you have a destination in mind. If you go outside with no destination, what do? You wander around. Once you don't have a destination, you are going to wander around. You cannot get in your car without a destination. What do you drive? So you are in an identity crisis, the same thing I was in. So you have to find your purpose. So let me help you with this. If you are in this situation, the solution is the first thing, you have to do the thing that God gave you. You just have to identify your gift. That's the first thing. Until you do that, you can forget it. You'll never find your purpose. You'll never know your mission. You'll never know the reason. So I think we're in an identity crisis. I think you have to identify who you are and what your real gift is and pursue the gift. The Bible says your gift will make room for you, put you in the presence of great men. That's what your gift do. That's God. That ain't Steve. I'm telling you what God say. You ain't got to believe me. It's in your Bible. I'm just telling you the truth. I identified my gift. See, that's why when he said, Steve, you can sing. Whoa, hey, hold up, man. That's not what I do. I've identified my gift. I'm in the joke-telling business. Your gift is like a tree trunk. Your gift is the trunk of a tree. On a tree, it has many branches. Now, because my gift is comedy, that's my tree trunk. That's what I was made for, the gift. Two things. Your career is what you paid for. Your calling is what you made for. So God took this tree trunk and made a lot of branches. Comedy made me a movie, a TV star, a radio star. I can write books. But then what he made me for was to motivate people, to change people's lives by sending me through a process that was so hard for me to overcome. When somebody like you stands up and asks me a question, I know the answer without even thinking. Because I told them all, I don't care what you get a degree in. Until you follow your dream and connect it to your gift, you'll never be happy. You'll never be happy, man. I just got to tell you, you got to chase that dream before you die, man. You should go and live your dream. Just go see. God puts your real life in your imagination. That's where your real life ain't in your present circumstance. Your real life is not in your current situation. Your real life is not in your paycheck. Your real life, he tucks it away in your imagination. Albert Einstein said, imagination is everything. It's a preview to life's coming attractions. Everything you imagine is a preview to a coming attraction. Once you understand that and quit looking at your imagination as hocus pocus, it opens up a wide range of things and possibilities. And God puts your real life in your imagination. Listen to me. This is serious what I'm telling you. Don't you think it's nothing else. Imagination is everything. It's the preview to life's coming attractions. That simply means everything that's in your imagination is a preview of a coming attraction that God has for you. That's why he puts it in your imagination. That's why when you tell your imagination to the wrong people, it don't go nowhere. You ever had something you thought was a brilliant idea and you took it in there to your family and your loved ones and they shot it down? You know why they shot it down? Because they couldn't see it. Because God didn't put it in their imagination. He put it in your imagination. If you want to kill a big dream, tell it to a small-minded person. That motherfucker die like that. It'll just die. I walked in that house, man, and told everybody I was quitting my job to go be a comedian. Everybody in that house shot that down. My ex-wife shot it down. Her mother-in-law shot it down. My mama shot it down. All my friends shot it down. My brothers and sisters shot it down. Don't you quit your job, go be no comedian. You can't make no money telling no jokes like that. It's 1985. Who you think you are? If I had listened to them, I wouldn't even be here today. But I didn't listen because it was evidently clear to me. God had put it in my imagination that one day I would be on stage. That was an old song that the Temptations had. It was written by Donny Hathaway, and it's called A Song for You. And one of the stanzas in the song I used to sing as a little boy. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching, and we are alone, and I'm singing this song for you. I used to always imagine myself in front of 10,000 people. Man, I'm one of the original kings of comedy, man. You know how many people I done been in front of? I done told jokes in front of 44,000 people before. But if I had listened to my mother, who was saved and a Christian and a Sunday school teacher, If I had listened to her, I wouldn't have quit my job. All my brothers, everybody told me, you can't go be no comedian. I left anyway. I won amateur night on October 8th, 1985, I won $50. I went to work the next day, October 9th, 1985, quit my job. Everybody in my neighborhood called me a fool. I send planes, pick all of them up, take them to shows and now. All of them. All of them. You gotta chase that dream before you die, man. Bishop Jake said one time, Bishop Jake said, I would hate to die and never do the thing I was born to do.